When the predator becomes the prey. Stop what you're doing, take a moment to digest what is happening here.
A bird of prey with his catch of the day, and what a catch it is. That's some good eating right there. We are excited to have the photographer who snapped that shot with us today. This is Stephanie Faust of Lewis. My goodness, how did you get so lucky with that shot?
Once in a lifetime capture, flying above my head. So the story behind the shark, I was down at the lighthouse shooting the sunset. And there's always like that one last shot, you want to go get one more. So where my car was parked, there's a bench that sits as kind of like an overlook of the lighthouse. And the sky totally changes colors after the sunset. So the sky was like a cotton candy sky. So I'm over shooting, you know, above a family's head. They're sitting on the bench. And I hear one of the family members say, "Oh my God, I think he has a shark." So I just instantly looked up because I assumed it was going to be a bird flying by. And I got 2 shots of him, and he flew back into the dunes. And of course, I wasn't in the camera setting for action. I was shooting the lighthouse and the beautiful sky. And I was looking back at my camera roll and I zoomed in and I was like, oh my gosh, it is a shark. So I'm at home and I'm downloading my pictures. I'm like, this is a really cool shot, but the clarity, it's just not like, I wish I was in a different setting. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. And I posted it out there and the picture went viral. I mean, I lost track of how many, like 6,000 likes, hundreds and hundreds of shares, different news reporters reaching out, can I share your story? I'm like, sure. And the whole time I'm thinking, but I just wish the picture was like a little clearer.
And so when you've posted this, like at what point do you realize, because you were saying like, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll just post it, see what people think.
It was the comments.
At what point do you realize like, wow, people really love this?
And I couldn't believe it. The comments kept coming and the messages and can I buy a picture of that shark? That shark is so amazing, the picture, the capture. And then it continued over into the next day. I was on my lunch break and I was sitting in line picking up lunch and I was like the messages and the comments and I'm like, oh my God, this is kind of cool.
That is so
Are you doing
Shark
prints for sale for this particular
I
picture?
am. I'm actually thinking about a friend of mine who suggested stickers. I mean, people want T-shirts and stickers and prints, and so I printed some smaller 5x7s because, like I said, the clarity. It's a silhouette, so you're not really going to have like a 16 by 20 hanging on your wall. But I think smaller prints, and I'm working on some stickers, maybe like with like Lewis, Delaware, or something on it. But it's pretty cool.
I have to admit that I love the shot as it is because it does leave it open for viewer interpretation and
That's true.
imagination. Like I get to imagine what the osprey looks like, what color the shark is, and how everything, the composition of the photograph, that gets left up to me. So I really enjoy it. So I can imagine that there's a lot of people out there like me.
And there's a lot of times I'm out there every day. I grew up at the beach. I've lived at the beach my whole life, and I'm out there chasing the sun, chasing the birds, with nature every day. And there's a lot of times your shot isn't a perfect shot, and that's okay. And I think what gets a lot of my followers is the story behind the pictures. I can't just post a picture and say sunrise, sunset tonight. There's a story behind every picture, and I think it's the story also that really captures the audience.
How did you fall in love with photography in general?
I mean, I've been taking photos and pictures my whole life, and I just noticed, like with my own kids, I was always capturing the moments and scrapbooking, and everything was like behind a camera. So maybe like 10, 15 years ago, I invested in my first like Nikon, and then I've upgraded from there. And I think maybe 3 years ago, I really got into birding with COVID, with the lockdown. You know, I invested in a bigger lens because I really want to get in there and see their eyes, see every detail. So with the lockdown, I really got into where I was out chasing, you know, everything and sharing every single day. So I don't think I've missed a post on social media since, how long has COVID been, 3 years now or 2 years?
Yeah.
So every day and every night I share. And the stories behind the pictures, I get stopped in public all the time, people that recognize me, and they're so touched by the story that it's like that connection. But I think it's like your eye for what you see, and a lot of people say that they just see my heart is really into the picture. So,
That's so cool.
And that's how it's just really taken off over the last like 4 years.
Yeah.
I actually have a shop in Shore Marketplace in Lewis. So I think we're going on our third year there. And last year the business just like, I think it like tripled. I don't even know what to say about it because it's just a part-time hobby.
Yeah.
But I think the more I get the feedback from the followers, it's like, how can I not? Like, how can I miss a day?
Exactly.
Even if I'm in the island somewhere, I'm still posting a picture of like, I just don't miss a day of sharing. So it's
Stephanie,
fun.
how can they follow you online?
They can follow me on Stephanie Faust Photography on Facebook and also on Instagram. And then through lots of social media groups. I have a couple of my own groups, and I post through pretty much all of the beachy type Facebook groups, and a lot of followers from there.
Well, I can't wait to be one of them now.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Of course, Lewis photographer Stephanie Faust. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
Incredible
you for having
photo
me.
again.
Thank you so much.
We're
I
happy to show
appreciate it.